So I think this guy's story makes a really good case for the idea that under pressure, under really protracted interrogations, um, that people oftentimes will think, if I just say what they want to hear, I can go home. And of course, that's not how you get home, right? So I always like to tell my students after we've watched this video, the he should never have been talking to the police without a lawyer. And a lot of people think, well, I don't have a lawyer. Everybody has a lawyer. They're called the public defender. And the first thing the public defender will tell you is don't talk to the police. Do not talk to the police. We always think that we'll just tell the truth and that'll solve the problem. But of course, you have to remember something we talked about earlier in class, that once a person basically has a label for what's going on, it's really hard to change their mind about that label. It just, I already understand the situation. Why would I change my interpretation, right? And so no explanation, nothing you can say is going to cause the people who are interviewing you to think, you know what, we've been completely wrong this whole time. So the only thing that should ever be said, if you're ever picked up, like this guy was just, he's walking down the street and he matched the description, right? So all he should have said to the police is, I want my lawyer. I want my lawyer. It's illegal for them not to talk to you once you've said, I want my lawyer. So I want my lawyer. I want my lawyer. I want my lawyer. I want my lawyer. And that's all you say until a lawyer appears. And the lawyer will tell you not to say anything anyway. So the lawyer will be completely backing you up on the demand, I want to see a lawyer and don't talk. So I'm not a lawyer. I'm just giving you some armchair advice because you could see how distraught this guy was. You know, he confessed to something he did not do. And then he was really surprised that then it just put the train on the tracks. And once you've got a confession, it's really difficult to go back on it because which time were you lying, right? So the best thing to do is just use your mantra, I want my lawyer. So while interrogating suspects, there is oftentimes, let's say in quotes, an offer to, well, you know what, if you didn't do it, why don't you take a lie detector test and prove it? There's actually two different things about lie detection I wanted to talk about. The first one is our individual ability to detect whether a person is lying to us or not. We'll call ourselves the observers. And somebody's telling us something. And could we tell as observers whether they're telling us the truth or not? No, we can't. Observers typically are no better than chance at recognizing whether they're being lied to. And this is true whether the lie is a big, meaningful lie or if this is an experimental, situation where we've told the the Confederate to tell a lie about something or not, and it's not really a big thing, but we're just telling them to lie. It doesn't matter the degree of the lying. We are no better than chance at recognizing lies. Even law enforcement, and I mean there are CIA and Secret Service agents who have been trained by Paul Ekman, who is the founding father of all the research on micro expressions and stuff like that. And with his training, they can get to maybe 65% accuracy, like the very best can do maybe about 65%. That's not very good. I mean, honestly, us as observers are not very good at detecting whether somebody is lying to us or not. A lot of the things that we think are just this would be a sign that anybody's lying turns out to be, some of it's idiosyncratic. Some people blink a lot, right? Some people tend to, when they're recalling something, look up to the left, no matter what. Some people just do these things. Some people move their hands a lot. Some people don't move their hands at all. Some people lick their lips because they're chapped. Some people lick their lips because they're about to tell a lie. Right? So you really have to have a good baseline on the person that you're observing so you can see what are their normal tics and then figure out, okay, given what I already know about their behavior, now can I see evidence of lying? So a lot of times the videos, and I'm going to show you another one in a little bit, of people who we now know were lying were inscrutable beforehand. Like, I don't know if that person's lying. Could be a lie, could be the truth. Us as observers, we're just not very good at it. And part of it is because we look at the wrong things. Part of it is because, we think we know what the universal signs would be. And then part of it is because some people are pretty good liars, right? They know how to control those very things that they know that people are going to look for. So as observers, we're not very good at lie detection. How about how well we think we could do at detecting lies? and then how well we actually do. Well, it turns out there is zero correlation between how confident a person is about their ability to detect lies and then how well they actually end up detecting lies. One of the things Judge Judy always likes to say is, I'm a human lie detector. No, she's not. Nobody is. She's intimidating the witness by telling them, I'll know if you're lying, right? She's hoping that that'll work. So for just regular observers, not very good. How about polygraph? Let's use the machine. Let's give them a lie detector test. People who believe in the accuracy of lie detector tests say, oh, they work 90% of the time. Even then, that's not super good, right? So if you have one person who did something out of 100 people, so let's say there's a group of 100 people, one of them did something wrong, and you give all of them a lie detector test, you're going to accuse 10 of them. That's not very good. I don't want to be in the 10 who was accused and I didn't do it, right? But it's even worse under controlled research conditions. Depending on the study, it ranges from somewhere between 57 and 71% accuracy. I didn't want to do the math in my head, so we still have 100 employees. Let's say one of them stole a laptop from work. If you administer a lie detector test, in reality, between 24 and 43% of the people who work for the company are going to be accused of stealing the laptop when only one of them actually did it. Like, that is unacceptable. And so it's oftentimes interpreted as a sign of guilt if a suspect refuses to take a polygraph. But I would like to amend my earlier I want my lawyer statement to include, and no way are you hooking me up to a lie detector test. There's no, I am aware that thing is too faulty. There's no way you are hooking me up to a polygraph. So those are important things to remember if you're ever picked up on the street. Now, I mentioned Paul Ekman a second ago and his research on microexpressions. Microexpressions are these little clues that our faces give out about, whether we're experiencing disdain for the person that we're talking to, or if we are angry for a moment, something like that. So this is a little analysis of when Lance Armstrong was being interviewed by Oprah and denying any kind of performance enhancing, I don't even know what you call it, medication, right? So go ahead and check out this analysis, and I will see you guys on the other side.